ladies, let me say this for a second. Let me say this for a second. I know you think that things are difficult and it's tough, but you are going to have to step outside of how you feel in order to get to where you're trying to go. The most difficult thing, before we get started with the show, let me hopefully give you a little bit of encouragement. The most difficult thing for a woman is stepping outside of her emotions so that she can get what she's supposed to have. A lot of y'all have a very, very, very difficult time enduring long term, even though you got to go through it anyway, because women are incredibly resilient. They are one of the most resilient creatures on the face of this earth, right? And they have this superpower that a lot of times they can't tap into because their emotions often at times put them in this position where it's difficult for them to be able to see their way through it. They gonna endure through it. You know, I tell Rita all the time, because sometimes back in the day, Rita used to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened, or I can't believe this happened, or this girl, or whatever, so on and so forth. And it was very difficult a lot of times for her to be able to see the future, and a lot of times I just had to pull her through it. Now, she was going to be there and she was going to endure anyway, but I had to see her and pull her through it because she couldn't see through it, right? Men have this thing where they got a vision and they going to just get there, right? They know that society is going to kick their butt. They understand what's happening to them. And they know that, hey, listen, I'm willing to be down for 10 years. I seen guys, let me tell you on the reverse, even in the bad things, guys are willing to do a dime. They willing to do a stretch in prison because they just know what their future is. They know what their God or what they're ordained to do. And so they go through it knowing that they're going to get to it in the end. And so for whatever reason, we've been blessed with this gift to have foresight. And a lot of women don't get that gift. And I know I'm speaking a little bit spiritual right now, but a lot of women don't have foresight, but they have the ability to endure long enough. But the problem with not having foresight is that you live in it twice. Whatever it is that women go through a lot of times, they live it multiple times. So for example, they'll anticipate something going wrong and they'll say, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? I'm so scared and this and that. And so a lot of times I've had to coach my wife through it, and I tell her, hey, listen, if this is to come, don't live it twice. Or if this happened in the past, why you keep rehashing it? Because you live in it multiple times instead of dealing with it in real time. And a lot of times it's very difficult for them to be able to see the future. And so they focus so much on what they're going through or anticipating what they're going through. They stress themselves out 3 and 4 times over because they don't have foresight. When you talk to God, or when you sitting there, when you're trying to figure out how it is that you need to deal with things, pray for foresight. Pray for understanding and foresight. I know that the church ain't going to tell you this. They're going to tell you to pray for a man or all of this stuff, or, hey, God is going to, that's not going to give you the insight and the understanding of how you supposed to deal with what you're supposed to deal with. If you're dealing with something on your job, or you started a business, or your friends ain't supporting it, or you dealing with something in your household as far as your relationship, and you starting to wander, get that wandering eye because you feel like you can do better, pray for foresight. Because foresight is being able to project what your future is going to be, and then focus all of your energy on meeting that expectation to be ready for the blessing when you get there. Because if you don't have foresight, even though you're enduring, you'll never get to the blessing because you never prepared yourself for what you were supposed to be. I always knew that I was going to be successful. It was planned since I was born. I always anticipated it. And so my father spent the majority of his time not dealing with what I was currently at, but preparing me for what my future was going to be. And so I was never conditioned for my circumstance. I was conditioned for what I was to become. I never focused on what my current circumstance is. I never got into trying to blend in. I never tried to focus on, and I never spent my time around people that I didn't feel like was going to be in my life long term. And so many women spend all of their time focused on dealing with, enduring through, having conversations and being around people that's not even going to be in your life long term. I reminded Rita the other day, I said, remember you was dealing with this and dealing with this a while ago? And she said, yeah. I said, now tell me how many of those people are still around for you to even have to worry about. And she was like, ah. And one of the things that she realized then that she now takes with her long term is that she was worried about something that didn't even have any relevance to what her future was going to be. So she worried herself. She dealt with it multiple different times when she didn't even have to because she didn't have the foresight. But because I had the foresight, and this is one of the blessings of being married, is that you exchange strengths for weaknesses, meaning that the things that I know I can pull her through and the things that she can see, she can help me endure through it. It allows for you to be able to overcome a lot of these issues or forego some of the stuff that you thought that you was going to go through that you don't even have to deal with. You live in it multiple different times. And so when you get on your knees or you trying to figure it out, or when you wake up in the morning and you brushing your teeth, pray for foresight, because that is going to be the thing that helps you to focus and then endure without any of the repercussions and put yourself in a position to really reap the benefits and the blessings of whatever it is that you condition yourself for, not endure through what it is that you currently dealing with that's not even going to play a role in your life long term. You absolutely right, Mary Alazzo. It's the big picture. So many of us is so focused on, and that's what drains our energy. We spend, and it's not even just women, but I'm speaking to my women, but in general, we spend so much time focusing on things that don't have no relevance to where we going in life. I tell my nephews, I said, listen, bro, when they was in high school, I said, bro, all of these people that you worried about, what they thinking about you, all of these people, guess what? You're not even going to know what they doing or where they are or care about what's going on in their life. All of these people in high school that y'all trying to impress, it's not even going to be relevant to you in a year. You're never going to see those people again. You're never going to see them again. What it is that you going through today is not going to have any bearing on what's happening. These self-inflicted wounds, these things that we complain about and we whine about. I was talking to a guy on the phone the other day who was like, Anton, what about the people that's close to me that, you know what I'm saying, they be trading on me? I said, man, are you seriously worried about this? You can live and play, because he was a successful guy. I said, you can go anywhere where you want to go and do what you want to do. And you sitting here worried about what other people think about you. I said, you a 30-year-old man. Everything that we do, we're supposed to, this is the key. Very clearly for you. Very, very clearly for you. Two things that you got to focus on. Number one, leaving it all on the flow today, meaning that you got to live every day like it's your last. Live in the moment. Be present. If you focus on the past, you can't enjoy what you're living in right now. If you focus so much on the future, you genuinely cannot enjoy what it is that's right in front of you. And so a lot of times you so focused on things that you ain't even in control of at that moment. That's number one. Number two, when you focused on how it is that you're supposed to be moving long term and how it is that you're supposed to be planning, live based off of where it is that you project yourself to be, not where you currently at. I always say, dress for the job you want, not for the job you have. And stop caring about every single little thing that goes on in your life that is irrelevant to where you're going. That's how you stay focused. That's how you get to the goal. That's how you wind up being with the guy or being able to choose to stay in a space where you know that this thing is going to be beneficial for you long term. A lot of times women walk away from the man that they supposed to be with or the man that they currently at. As far as the man that they supposed to be with, they supposed to be with him. He going to be great. They focused on where it is that they at now or what somebody else is putting into their head that's making them feel a certain type of way about their relationship. But they don't realize that this guy ain't going to be the same way that he is today. He's going to continue to grow, and it's hard for them to be able to see that because they don't have foresight. Meanwhile, the girl that you kicking it with, she got foresight. Your homegirl, she got foresight, and she planning on your demise because she wants your man. She know where he going, and so she going to plant them seeds in your life every single day. Girl, he ain't nothing. I can't believe he did that to you. All the while, she plotting to be exactly what, it remind me of that Simone Biles thing, where all of the women that was in the comments and they were saying all of this stuff. Yeah, I can't believe it. She should leave him. If that guy, the very guy that she's married to now had left him, all of them would be in his DMs. Every last one of them women would be fawning all over him and wouldn't blink an eye trying to get with the same guy that they telling her to leave. You better have that foresight. Don't let these people trick you out your bag. Don't let these people trick you out your marriage. Don't let these people trick you out your blessing. Don't let these people trick you out your position. Foresight. You living based off of where you going. And I even tell guys, vet based off of where you going, not where you currently at. Foresight is everything. When you prepare, when you training, when you conditioning yourself, when you learning a new language, when you jump in the gym, when you are focused on continuing to improve your vocabulary, you training yourself based off of where y'all going, not where you at. It ain't about pressing the people where you at. They know you. They ain't even checking for you. It's about where you going. It's 100% about projecting and dressing for the job you want. Who cares about where you at? You're already there. You got to get to where you're going, and then you enjoy where you currently at the same time by not focusing on what it is that you think is going to happen to you. All right? Don't live it twice. Come on, ladies. Let's get it together. All right? Let's get to it. I ain't know where we going today, but that's why I check into the chat, and this is why Chat Lives matters. I always got to check in with my people to see what y'all feeling like